Alright guys, so this is the factory Ruger Mark IV bolt. This one is the Matrix Precision DLC black bolt. And this one here is the Volquartsen DLC bolt, competition bolt. So, overall this one came with the gun. This is the one that I got from Matrix Precision Armory, I believe. I had a coupon code that got it for, I think it was about $100 some. The Volquartsen one was on clearance for $150. I know everybody's interested in wanting to know how it is or how it looks, so let me just take a look real quick. I'll show you guys. So here's the factory Ruger one. It does have some pretty rough machine marks. Let me zoom in on that. So you can see there are some rough marks here. Even here on the firing pin plate, it's pretty rough, right? But but it works. It does work. If you look at it here, there's some small little dents. Some of the machining on here is pretty rough. It's not smoothed out. That's what I've realized. Some of these parts are pretty sharp. If you come back here, you can see some of the machining here is a little bit on the rougher side. I bet it still works. Nothing bad about it. If you really don't care and you want to polish it out, that'll probably work great. Honestly, if you did polish it out, it would probably run perfectly fine, but I don't know, I just got a good deal on these things and I always wanted to see what it's like, so just wanted to see. If you look at the face of this thing, there are some pretty rough parts. Let me see if I can zoom in on that or focus the camera. It's not focusing. Okay, but the face does have some pretty rough cuts on there. Like right about this area right below there. You can see that some rough cuts there, some kind of shavings. This is I've had this gun for a while now, but I've only put maybe, if anything, 1,000 rounds through it, if anything. So that's the factory bolt. This does have I did upgrade for the Volquartsen firing pin. You can see it, and the extractor is Volquartsen. I do love their firing pin. All right, so the Matrix Armory. Here it is. It is very smooth. The machining on it was very smooth. You can tell they took their time on it because there's no rough edges. Everything is kind of rounded out, so it's very nice. The DLC coating on there is really nice as well. This bolt is pretty slick. Looks like I don't think they use a factory bolts. I'm pretty sure they mill these out of their own things, because the cuts on it are different. It's a lot smoother. They did put their own, looks like they use their own extractor and their own, like even this part, the plate that holds the firing pin, is really smooth compared to the factory one. You can see the difference in the cut there. Really smooth. This does have like the same Volquartsen thing. You could pull out the spring and upgrade it. If you look at the face of it, it's very smooth. It's really no rough cuts there at all. It's really smooth. I don't know if that's OEM firing pin, not too sure, but it is very smooth for what it is. It's really nice. DLC coating. Everything looks good from what I can tell. It's a nice piece. Alright, so what about Volquartsen? Let's pull out the Volquartsen. Volquartsen is really nice. It feels like glass on here, guys. It's really smooth. It's super smooth. Volquartsen, I paid, this thing retails for $300, I think. I got it on a clearance on their website. They had it for $150, about half off. Again, you probably don't need it if your gun works, but I just wanted it, so even the plate there is really smooth. This does come with the Volquartsen extractor and firing pin. There it is. What's kind of weird though, this pin here is a lot smaller than the firing pin I originally put in my Mark IV. I spoke with Scott at Volquartsen, and he said it does come with all the upgrades, firing pin, extractor, and the spring set. But if you look at the firing pin there, this one is a lot bigger than this one. So I don't know, maybe I have to email him back, send him a photo, but yeah, it does look a big difference there. I don't know if they did a difference in there. I don't know. I gotta email him. But Volquartsen bolt, super clean. Everything is very smooth. This thing is like glass, and there's the Volquartsen logo there. Yeah, super nice. If I had to pick between the three, yeah, that is the Matrix Armory. Here's Volquartsen, and here is the OEM bolt. Volquartsen does sell the OEM bolt that is DLC coated. I think that might even be good enough. I think they polish it and they coat it. If it's anything like their bolt that they DLC, it's very nice. I would go with that, you know, but of course I didn't buy that. Out of the three, Volquartsen does look the best. Whoever does their DLC coating does a really good job. But if I had to pick and choose, price and performance wise, you know, if I had to buy it at OEM MSRP, I would definitely pick the Matrix Armory. I think it's a good deal. If I had the money to blow, I would do Volquartsen. And if I was just I'm not a competition shooter, but if I was and I just wanted something faster, better, smoother, do the Volquartsen DLC bolt. If it's anything like their competition bolt, it's really good. But you know, I know the two you guys are wanting to see is probably these two. The only difference between these that I can see is Volquartsen's a little bit taller. You can see there, it's a little bit taller. I think a little bit narrower on this shaft here. Yeah, it's weird, but the bottom cuts down here, right there where my finger's at. If you look at that, Volquartsen does have like a nicer, I guess, I don't know, cut there where, you know, this one just rounds off right here. Volquartsen has like this little, I don't know, groove there, kind of smooth it all out. But besides that, you know, they're both very similar. Everything's smoothed out really well. I don't really see any other changes in it. I mean, the face ends are very much the same. You know, besides this, of course, Volquartsen has upgraded Volquartsen parts in it. But yeah, I mean, hey, you can't go wrong with Matrix Armory. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of blown away. But the Volquartsen does feel like glass. You can't see it, but this has a richer DLC on it. It's a lot smoother, cleaner, more polished looking. The Matrix Armory is a little bit duller, but still nice in its own way. So yeah, I mean, this Matrix Armory, I'm pretty, hey, you know, competition in the market for something like this. I always wanted like one of these buttons where you could pull back on it. I didn't like the Halo attachment rings, but hey, now you have an alternative. This is really nice, still really nice. Volquartsen, on the other hand, super nice, you know. So just want to share this video. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. Bye.